So I just thought I record this, seeing that we never done a speaker before, and we have never done a EV speaker, Electro-Voice. So I already opened the unit, but I thought this would be an interesting fault for us to go through together. So what this unit is doing is, without any audio in, you hear that. And it's only on input 1. Input 2 is fine, but when you go to input 1, you have that shower audio. So I thought, now let's see if we can figure out what's going on with the certain input. So as I said, the unit is already open. So this is our board. We have our switch mode power supply here. Then we have our amplifier side. So we know the problem is not on this board, the problem is on the input board. So I have an oscilloscope, and I also have my own jig signal tracer. This is going to be my ground. This is going to a speaker. This is going to go into a speaker so I can follow the signal. I'm going to use this as our ground. Then my oscilloscope. And I have common ground. Power up our oscilloscope. Back our power. So we know the channel which is faulty is this channel. So let's put up our unit. So if we get to see this op amp is both for this channel. So what I did, I said, okay, am I getting my problem before my volume control or after my volume control? Is my signal coming to the volume control not clean, or after the volume control, that's where I'm having an issue? So if you look at closely on this op amp, if I go there, my battery just went dead for my oscilloscope. Let me see if I can charge it. So while I'm charging my oscilloscope, let's do this with the signal trace to figure out if the problem is before this potentiometer of the volume or after. Okay, so that means this is after my potentiometer, because that is closed. So when I open, I'm having that shower. Not sure if you can hear it. Let me increase my speaker volume. So I'm having it there. So if I close the volume, okay, it's another op amp. Okay, so it's clean there. Let's try like 7. It's clean there. Like 7 here. It's clean. So I said okay, which means my issue has to be on the op amp before the control, volume control. When I trace, I found that it's this op amp here. So if I go to this op amp, if I go to output 1, already there, you can hear, but it's not been controlled by this volume. So which means this is before, the potentiometer. So which I concluded myself that if first thing I can do is to replace this op amp and see if my fault will still be there. So I've removed that op amp. So I'm just gonna do a test without the op amp in there and see if I can still get that audio shower. Also my oscilloscope is charged up, but I'll just use a signal tracer for this one. Okay, the unit is on. So we're getting that shower audio in the output there. Now it's much better. No, that's fine. So indeed that IC was giving a lot of issue. So I'm gonna replace that IC, then we're gonna put the board back in, and then we can see if we can test the unit. Let me also show you how I got to conclude that op amp was having a problem. So I've got myself a schematic for that unit. Okay, so this is the schematic for that unit. So the IC that I removed is this IC. So this is our input. There's our port. One side of the port is a dual port, and this other side of the port. So I was getting clean audio out of 0.7, but when I come across the resistor, I will get those shower sound. So when I follow the line, as you can see, it's coming to this IC2, which the input for it is this one. So what I did is I removed this IC, and then as you can see, when I did the test, there was no longer any we can say dirty audio on that point. So which means this op amp was the one which is feeding that audio there. So when it goes through there, when it comes through this secondary side of the port, then you're going to have a dirty audio there, which I was measuring to have dirty audio there. So the moment you increase the volume here, you are increasing that audio there, which was not clean. So by removing this IC, when I test there, I didn't have that. So we're going to replace the IC, and then we can just put the board back, and then we can just run a normal audio, and we can see and hear if the sound is clean. Okay, let me put back my camera. Okay, so now we're gonna test the unit. Let's just see after replacing that op amp. Another thing that I replaced, I thought my video was recording, but it has stopped. On the input side, I had to replace those, that's the coil and those resistors there. I had to replace them, and there was a bit of damage on this part of the input. So those are the part that I replaced, and that op amp. Okay, let's see if we can put our speaker in there, and then we can just test. Okay, let's put our power. Okay, we're on. You remember, when I increase that, I will have that loud shower. So I'm happy. Let me just put a tone. Okay, the audio is clean. So I'm happy with this. Let's close it up, clean it up. You can see it's quite dirty, and then we'll take it from there. But thank you so much for watching, and please do like as always, and please subscribe, and see you on the next one. Thank you.